I know y'all here for Married to Medicine, but catch this tea. Do not get caught slipping. Do not let this quarantine in and you find yourself unhealthy or broke. You can buy the tea, you can sell the damn tea, or you can do both. And that's the tea. To buy products or join my sales team, click the link in the description box below. See you at the top. Let me let you know something while I got you on the line. Married to Medicine Season 2 LA, I am here for one person and one person only, and she goes by the name of Dr. Kendra. Yes, God, bitch. Wanna talk about it? Here you go. Nessa girl, there about to be some slow singing and flower bringing down to the Married to Medicine LA last night, baby. I didn't know the LA girl had it in them. Quiet as it's kept and loud as it's spoken, honey. I did not get into season 1 of Married to Medicine LA. I tried to. I watched the first 4 episodes or so, and it kind of lost me. I'm not going to say it was a complete snooze fest. For whatever reason, it just did not hold my attention. But I will say this. It feels as if these girls have worked out the season 1 kinks. And they got it. Because this episode was entertaining as hell. And it looks like now we are getting some real stories out these doctors. So let's just jump right on in. Now listen, y'all. The episode opens up with Shanique and Jazmin going looking at Jasmine's vacation villa or her rental home property, right? Now, when I went down to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, them people ain't tell me nothing about no doctor's medical salary, right? And bitch, I know that Jazmin ain't necessarily married to Dr. 90210, or maybe she is. But I want to know what the fuck kind of doctor your husband is and what type of insurance scams he down there running on Medicaid for y'all to be affording what it is y'all affording. Now, I know some people say it's tacky to be trying to count other people's coins and want to know how they did something. But all of us on this line will be sitting there lying if you said you went around somebody's house and they told you the person was a social worker and they living in the damn mansion. It is basic human nature to be like, well, damn, bitch, how the fuck she affording this? And not because you nosy, bitch, because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I need to do in my life so I can live on up a little higher. You know what I'm saying? But Jazmin, y'all got that big old house that Imani said looked like a drug dealer house. And then y'all got this other house overlooking the Hollywood Hills. And look, by no means am I trying to diminish your husband's reputation, anything of the sort. But coupled with the fact that his face and shit blurted out, he don't want nothing to do with the show. I mean, and we've been introduced to a whole lot of doctors in reality TV for the last 10 years, decade or so. And they ain't living this lavishly. So we just trying to figure out what all is going on over there. You shopping, you eating, y'all got all kind of cars in the front yard. I mean, like, girl, he must be a witch doctor and is doing spells on people's bank accounts, because we just trying to understand, like, do he do cardiology? Is he doing, I mean, and with the corona, and people ain't doing elective surgeries no more. How is this money coming in like this? Please liberate us, Jazmin, because we want to know. Then again, child, I just figured it out. They saving money on groceries because the bitch only eat rice and kale. That's what it is, Nessa girl. If you cut your food budget in half, you too can live in a 4-story townhouse in the overlooking the hills with a big old mansion that would make Pablo Escobar jealous. Moving right along, honey. I must say though, I am proud of Jazmin. It looks like Jazmin has kind of found her footing and her identity in life. So then we see Britten and her fine-ass husband, Mac. And is it me, or is Mac one complaining-ass man? He just got a complaining-ass spirit all over him. It just be like, Damn, Mac, your ass gave in and you moved to LA. Let it ride. Stop complaining about every doggone thing. They complaining in the traffic, complaining in the house, complaining in the bedroom, or lack thereof the bedroom. But I'm gonna say this, Britten, this goes out to you. A clean up woman is a woman who takes all the love we girls leave behind. Listen to me, baby. You don't move this man out of 9,000 square feet or 10,000 square feet into 2,000 something odd square feet. You don't put this man dead smack in the middle of the city and all this traffic, and you ain't giving this man no coochie. There was an old lady sitting under a tree that told me if you don't give it to him, Barbara will. You heard Shirley. Hello? May I speak to Barbara? Britten, if you don't give that man some, Barbara will. The man already stressed out in the traffic. He got claustrophobia from that small ass house compared to the one y'all had in Orlando. And he having sleepless days and sleepless nights. And the thing that get me, Britten, is that why are you so comfortable with your kids sleeping in the bed with you? It would seem to me that you would have this innate desire for your husband to hold you at tight and love you in the morning. Something ain't right, and we can see from the previews, it looked like y'all finna go down this whole marriage trial and tribulation train. And I don't want it for y'all because I like y'all. And then two, I'm just tired of people having marital damn problems on these damn shows. Nevertheless, girl, you better fuck your husband before I do. Imani and her confessional. I'm gonna tell you something. Quiet as it's kept, Imani. You could be a doctor until you 80. You can't be a model until you 80. I will put that doctor shit on the back burner now that you've accomplished it. And bitch, I would go sell the 7 C's in Ayaya giving Naomi Campbell a motherfucking run for her money. You are absolutely stunning! In her confessional, I'm like, oh my God, this bitch is just effortlessly giving it to these hoes, and there's nothing they could do about it. Just sitting there just reeking of all kind of Nefertiti realness. Yes, God, honey, I turned myself into myself, and what's Jesus? Men and Tone, my loving name. That was a little bit of Nikki Giovanni ego tripping for you culture girls. That Imani is everything. Just baby, whatever the fuck you spray on your pussy, you need to bottle it up and sell it so I can spray it on mine. Because you got it going on and everything in between. She looked real good, but I'm going to tell you something. Pretty girls get cheated on too. I want to know what the fuck kind of business Phil ass opening in Oklahoma that he couldn't open in LA. It better be a damn cattle ranch because I'm not understanding. And you better than me, bitch, because my ass would have been doing consultant psychiatry work from Oklahoma. Ain't no man of mine finna leave me in no house and go nowhere for no 3 months unless his ass is an astronaut and he doing a goddamn space mission to Mars. And I better get a background, and every bitch on that shuttle with his ass better be married, okay? I want to know what it is he doing in Oklahoma. I want to know what it is Quick trying to say. What is he doing in Oklahoma? Now, if you would have told me, you said start another business, I'm thinking you finna say he was out there working on some country music projects because he does work in music production and whatnot. But I want to know what the fuck going on. Oklahoma people, if y'all seen Phil, drop that in the comments and let us know what the fuck going on. Or who the fuck going on. Yes, God, honey. So the Atlanta girls show up. I will say this. They get off the airplane or whatever. They come to the house. Jazmin, I love the fact that you found your footing. And you said this earlier. You know, you're doing your real estate. You're doing your luxury concierge thing. And I like the fact that Heavenly, you know, was like, I judged her at first. And I realized that she is very smart. And she can find success in her own right. And to that point, you know, yeah, girls with Jazmin's energy and outward aesthetic, people do tend to write them off immediately because they think that they're just pretty and they're blondes and they're dumb and they don't know nothing. And then it also does not help that the Jazmins of the world play up that persona in order to get things from the universe. Like, let me play Dumb Ditsy Blonde because it's cute for the guys, and let me be prissy because it's cute. And we tend to equate femininity with, or extreme pussiness, like pussy, bit fishy, bitch. We tend to equate a girl that's real pussy with just prissy and can't do nothing and don't know nothing. And I like the fact that she's been able to take her prissiness and turn something that she likes, lives and breathes into a business. And to that point, I want to say this. God gives us all that one thing we need to survive. You know, I'm gonna get a little personal here. All my life I was what I talk. I used to get bopped in the mouth. In school, I was always telling people business. I was just always, it was my mouth. I got it, my progress reports, my report cards, I always had A's and B's in academics and C's and D's in conduct, because my teacher said I talk too much in class. Lo and behold, got that one thing, that mouth is how I earn my living. So you get what I'm saying? We all have that one talent, bitch. If you like the color pink, you know, I don't know what you could do with it, but you get what I'm saying. Nevertheless, shouts out to Jazmin for doing her thing, and I think that the arena that you're going into, Jazmin, is actually very believable for you, and because you like all those things, you know what people should have and what they want, and because you live that life, you know the lifestyle and the amenities and things that people like. So I wish you much success, and I think that this is a business in which you could make a lot of money, especially considering the fact that she seems to be like the girl about town. She likes to go out, she knows people, she rubs elbows in their circle, and then too, it doesn't hurt that she's beautiful. Contessa called Britten to hang out. Britten said she had to go to work or whatever. She said, of course Shanique and Jazmin are hanging with you in the daytime. Let me tell you something. The girls that have to go clock in, the girls that got a cubicle, the girls that got to wear a headset, the girls that got to badge in, the girls that got to push a time clock, the girls that work overnight, the girls that got to wear a uniform, they always want to come for the girls like us. They got nothing but free time. You know why Funky Dineva is a rich white woman? Because I wake up every day with nothing to do. Catch. And I will not and do not apologize for it. It's not my fault your career choices led you to a dead-end job with a supervisor with a stomach hanging over her pants and a uniform. And you had to ask somebody when you could use the bathroom, and ask somebody when you could go to lunch, and have somebody cover your phones if you got to go out late. That ain't on me. Maybe you should have talked too much and got an entertainment as well. Because the girls always, I felt that pain, I felt it, because I get that shade from people all the time. Must be nice. Everybody can't do it in the daytime. Sure can't. That's why it's nice. And I am in charge of the girls and the time. That little shade that they threw. You know, one thing about Married to Medicine, you find a lot of career and a lot of educational elitism that goes on, and I'm going to touch on that later on when we get to Jazmin and Imani. But nevertheless, that was cute. Heavenly ended up meeting with Imani instead of going with the girls, and Heavenly and Imani went hiking. Believe it or not, Heavenly and Imani have very raw personalities in terms of like just the way they think. They're very blunt. So I only found it fitting that those two would connect. I think that Heavenly and Imani connect on a deeper level than just the superficial, oh, we're pretty and let's gonna go shopping. It's like, no, we operate on the same wavelength. I get you. And so I was glad to see that Heavenly did break off, and her and Imani went and had some conversation and did something of a bit more substance than fool-la-la around Venice Beach. But at any rate, when they fool-la-la, they almost fool-la fell on them goddamn scooters, Shanique. How many dumb bitches does it take to operate a scooter? Ask y'all kids since school out. I'm sure they can help y'all crunch the numbers. Nevertheless, that was cute that they went to sit down to eat, and Jazmin started talking about, you know, it's a respect thing with Imani. I agree. I don't think, now I don't, it's evident Imani doesn't respect Jazmin. And I think Imani does not respect Jazmin slightly for the same reason Heavenly throws a lot of disrespect towards Toya. The simple fact that they live in the same life y'all living and didn't have to do what you did. And I think that bothers a lot of people. you know, people sometimes have a way of feeling like you don't deserve the things they have if you didn't take the path and the route that they did. And which is, I'm not saying that that attitude is fair, but I guess based on somebody's trials and tribulations, I can understand how some people could feel that way. Nevertheless, I also think too, because Jazmin does come off, listen, it's very easy to judge Jazmin. Jazmin, you are a walking embodiment of the Hillary Banks character, right? Like everything the world stereotypically says of a dumb blonde LA bimbo, and I'm not saying that's what she is, but that is what you give. And people have to be more aware of their personal brands. You know how some people say you got a resting bitch face, so people think you're mean. You've got to be aware and conscious of what it is you give, and you need to set your whole being up in the way in which you want it to be received. Because case in point, nobody would ever take Jazmin very serious in the business world, giving bimbo. And I'm not calling her a bimbo, but her energy just gives very ditzy, don't know shit. And I think that there's nothing more insulting than when people are surprised that you're, you know, that's kind of, it's kind of like a backhanded compliment. It's almost as if people should know you're smart. So I think Jazmin should probably practice leading just a little more with her brains and less with the, I got a nanny and I want to go shopping and go get coffee. Like, yeah, girl, cry me a river. Then they get down to this cocktail party, baby. Da 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 da. Clash of the Titans. In this corner, we got Dr. Kendra. In this corner, we got Dr. Heavenly. Let me tell you something. Heavenly, one thing they taught us in comedy is you got to know your audience. Everything ain't for everybody, and you cannot say nothing to somebody. And now here's the thing. Let's not pretend like there is not this overarching stereotype that Asians have little dicks. So Kendra, you can't act like you ain't never heard it before. You can't act like that's the general, you know, running joke about Asian people. Nevertheless, it was still very tacky of Heavenly to say that to somebody about their damn hustle. But don't you worry, and I don't even have to spend no time getting Heavenly together because Kendra did. And I'm gonna tell you one thing I respect about that Kendra. Kendra said, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm gonna go from straight, you disrespecting me, to bitch, I'm about to beat your ass. Jumped up, bitch this, bitch that, and Heavenly ass did what? Sat the fuck down and shut the fuck up. Yes, God, honey. Heavenly said, I'm not about to fight your big ass. No, bitch, you damn sure wasn't, because you was about to get beat up, okay? Heavenly, ooh, she about to beat my ass. Listen, I love me some Dr. Heavenly, but I would have gave anything to see what Heavenly would have did had Kendra hit her. She probably would have cowered. She probably would have hid behind Toya and expected Toya to fight her fight. One thing about it, baby, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. You serve a bully with their same goddamn energy, and you will neutralize the hell out of that threat. When Kendra came back in that thing, Heavenly had nothing but flowers, roses, and apologies. I apologize. Oh, believe me, I do. I apologize. Bitch, if I could have took a shot for every time Heavenly said apologize, bitch, I'd be drunker than Cooter Brown and a wino in the middle of goddamn South Beach in this hot ass sun today. She got Heavenly ass all the way together, and I can assure you, Kendra won't be having any more problems out of Heavenly anytime soon. Matter of fact, I believe Dr. Heavenly had Kendra on her YouTube channel the other day. I lived for it. I know Mariah was somewhere living for it. I know Toya completely lived for it, and it was long overdue that somebody got Heavenly's ass there. I know Lisa Nicole somewhere clapping like a seal at SeaWorld as well. It was hilarious. Down to the stomach being out. You know, Heavenly, the girls beat you up a lot because they was like, you know, Heavenly, you make body jokes and stuff, and you was big once upon a time. It's almost as if you forgot the plight of big girls and you used to be one. I thought Dr. Kendra was cute. I thought she was cute. And to be quite honest with you, on this whole body positivity thing, Dr. Kendra gave what I wish Lizzo would. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yes, the stereotype is that only small frame girls can wear halter tops with their stomach out, and look, I'm doing it and I look good and it looks sexy. I think Lizzo goes too hard with the shock value, always twerking and got all her ass out. And some people may argue, but when a skinny girl do it, we don't complain. And you're absolutely right, we don't. It's just something about it that just fuck me slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta ease us into all of that. This ain't even about Lizzo. Nevertheless, Dr. Kendra, you look real good in your Lane Bryant spring collection. You look real good. Imani walking to this lady house. Imani, you know what? Jazmin, you a better host than I ever be, because I'd have went to Imani and each and every one of her friends. I would have collected my glass, I'd have collected my peanuts, and had security escort their ass outside the house. Imani, not only are you wrong for walking in that lady house and not speaking, you are also wrong because you brought 3 people to that lady house and did not introduce them to the homeowner. Who does that? When you bring people, to somebody's house, oh, you know, this is my friend Leah, this is my friend Tiffany, this is my friend Krista, yo, she's pregnant. That's just what you do. So you and your entourage was rude by way of you. Then to top it off, Leah, listen, you might not know how this works, but let me introduce you to Dolce & Gabbana. The way this works is you just supposed to sit there and hold Imani's purse while she films scenes, right? Like, you supposed to, like, okay girl, I'm at work, you sit by the bar while I'm over here doing the group shot. When she was over there apologizing to Jazmin, there was no need. First of all, Imani is Xena warrior princess. She don't need no peanut gallery. She don't need no A-man corner. Okay? What she need is probably some bail money. You should have been standing quiet, getting ready to with your proof of residency and a light bill to bail her out, had some shit went off. But she didn't need you to jump and talk about, but wait a minute, didn't you already apologize? Like, why are you instigating shit? Mind your fucking business. First of all, bitch, we don't even know who you is. We don't want to hear you talk. You or that pack and a half too much hair you had in your head. We don't want to hear you talk. We don't know you, and I'm starting to think we don't like you either. Nevertheless, keep your damn mouth closed when you on this lady job. Quad. Them people ain't never lied when they said Quad love to talk. Quad like to talk, just damn self-talk, and don't give her a couple cocktails. Mama can get long-winded. Now, I'm gonna say this. I am of the belief that production told Quad to stir that shit up. Because it was so abrupt. You know, oh, you know, I want to give a speech and we're going to highlight Jazmin, and, you know, thank you, Imani, for coming, because I know that there's some tension between, like, in real life, nobody does that. Nobody makes a perfectly non-awkward situation awkward by calling attention to a beef that everybody's not even privy to, right? Then they get to exchanging the little words back and forth, and Quad and Britten is like, you know, Quad, calm down. You know, and Quad is telling them about side conversations or whatever the case may be. And Britten got into that ass and was like, you know what, bitch, you don't run nothing over here. And see, what I gather is that the Atlanta girls roll through like they're the alum. You know what I'm saying? So y'all need to do it like this. Y'all need to follow behind us. Oh, you know, we're the ones that season 1 y'all asked all the questions to because y'all didn't know how this game go. And so I think the Atlanta girls probably came in on that sorority girl type shit, and Britten was here to let you know, baby, okay, you only here because production had you come film a scene. You might try to run that crew of girls over there where you at, but you don't run shit over here. This is our show, and y'all only here for 2 seasons so we can leech off y'all viewership. Did y'all pick up on that? That's the tension that I felt. And when her and Quad was going back, she's like, you don't run things over here. And Quad was like, apparently you don't either. I was like, oh Lord, not everybody is around here arguing, but at the very end of the day, I felt like, you know, Quad, you was sitting there instigating some shit that don't even have nothing to do with you. You don't even know them damn girls like that. And it felt so abrupt. I want to say production whispered in her ear and said, get the shit started. But between Kendra and Britten and Quad and Jazmin and Imani, Married to Medicine LA got it going on. I'm not gonna say, you know, that right now they're giving me, oh, it's just gonna be a riveting ass season, but I will say, like, I'll be watching next week. Y'all be sure to drop that in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Like and subscribe to this channel. And I'll call y'all later. Bye. Love me. Oh, shit, I almost let that thing over in the morning.